Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of On the Verge. My name is Ali-Reza, and today we're about to do a very simple yet elegant and powerful self-inquiry meditation. Before we start the meditation, if you'd like to support our podcast, go to our Spotify About section and find the link to our Patreon. It is patreon.com/ontheverge_Oxford. So let's get to the meditation. It will help if you have your eyes closed. It doesn't really matter if you're lying down or just simply sitting. An important context that we have to bear in mind when we are exploring self-inquiry meditation is that this meditation is about inquiring into the nature of the self. By self, we don't mean our day-to-day self, our ego, or our personal identity. We mean something much, much deeper, much, much more profound. We mean our being. More technically, we mean our aware being. Our being that is aware. So just to bear that in mind, that this self-inquiry meditation is not about going to your day-to-day self. It's about going much, much deeper. Even though we're going to go deep, we are not really going to travel far. In fact, there is no need to travel. There is no need to move. There is no need to make any effort. The ego, in fact, is the activity of resisting and seeking. So just be cautious in this meditation if you are seeking to find the self. If you find yourself seeking to find yourself, give up the seeking. Okay. First, we could bring to our mind a memory, an image. Perhaps a memory of when we were younger. Something that we can bring to our mind. Now, bring your awareness to the image. Bring your awareness to the memory. And as you do that, just notice how your awareness moved from wherever it was to your mental image. Now, bring your awareness to your body, to the state of your body, how your body is feeling. Again, notice how you moved your awareness from wherever it was to a mental image, a memory, and then to your body. Notice how awareness was prior to those objects. Now go between with your awareness, go between your physical body and the memory or the image that you had in your mind. Go to your body and then go to the mental image. As you do this simple practice, notice how awareness is moving towards different objects. Notice that your memory, your mental image, has a certain content. Perhaps colors, perhaps certain feelings associated with your memory. The point is that it has some content, something to it that you can feel or you can understand. Same with the physical body. As you bring your awareness to the physical body, just notice that the body as an object also feels like something. There is a quality to it. There is an objective quality. There are certain sensations to the body. And so, the first observation we make is that we can move awareness to our internal constitution, our mind, our memories, or we can move awareness and point it to the physical world, which includes our bodies. Just notice that as you move your awareness between your physical body and your mental images, how you are not the physical body or the mental images. You are the awareness prior to the physical body and the mental images, being aware of those objects. Again, observe that your physical body has certain sensations to it, just as your mental image, your memory, has a certain sensation or feeling to it. In this practice, we point awareness like a line to these physical or mental objects. Now, once you have established that you are not the body, but the awareness, being aware of the body, and that you're not the mental image, but the awareness, being aware of the mental image, now instead of pointing your awareness like an arrow to an object, keep awareness at the center, just like the center of a circle, unmoved, relaxed. When we become aware of objects, we are like the point in the middle of a circle, moving and creating arrows, creating directions towards objects. But now in step 2, we give up seeking or paying attention to any object. We give up any seeking to focus, any seeking to find. We keep our awareness at the center, at the point, unmoved, untouched. In step 2, we simply become aware of awareness. Very gently, now instead of becoming aware of any object, you saw how you could easily point awareness to an object. Just as you were pointing awareness to an object, just try very, very gently to relax awareness into itself. This is not a movement. This is a kind of returning, a relaxation of the eyes, a relaxation of the mind, a kind of collapse of awareness into itself. Just like how a wave of an ocean collapses into the ocean. Just collapse all the mental images, all the seeking into the ocean of awareness. No longer you need to point awareness to an object. You don't even need to point awareness to itself. Just simply become aware of awareness and remain there. Remain in your being, remain in awareness, remain in yourself. Don't try to find anything. If your mind is wandering to find awareness, know that you are trying too hard. Give up the seeking, give up the trying. It is like being in a room and looking in the room for your eyes. The eyes are those things that are seeing. So just as the eyes are the things that are seeing, awareness is the one that is aware. So you cannot find awareness. You can only rest in there. So rest in awareness. As you are resting in awareness, notice any qualities that awareness has. Try to describe it. Try to feel and describe the experience of being aware of awareness. In stage 1, when we became aware of our memory, there was something there, a kind of quality to describe. Same with the body, there was some feeling there to describe. Now, as we rest awareness into itself, we feel this emptiness that is not really empty, but empty of content, empty of those things that are the attribute of mental or physical objects, namely movement, change. Our thoughts, our mental images, and our bodies are in a constant state of flow and change. They are always changing. Their quality can be said to be one of change. Change also implies movement, and change and movement implies that something is finite, meaning that it is not essential to you. So your physical body, your memories, your thoughts, your emotions are in a state of flux and flow and change, and are constantly being rearranged in different states. Those are not essential to you. As you rest in awareness, become aware of the qualities of awareness. It is this emptiness that is empty of finite content, empty of change, but full of life, full of awareness. This emptiness is not an absolute emptiness. Being aware of awareness, or resting in ourself, resting in the ocean of awareness, is to rest in this emptiness that is simply aware. Thus, this aware emptiness is not something finite. When we look into the experience of being aware of awareness, we don't find an object. We don't find change. We find a steady, calm, peaceful, open space. As you rest in awareness, notice that the lack of object, the lack of feeling, the lack of thought in awareness is not its weakness, but its power and strength, because it is unmoved, unchanged. even when experience happens. Frustration, perhaps. Awareness remains unmoved, unchanged, untouched, unscathed by any experience. So let's establish ourselves in awareness that is unmoved, unscathed, and that whose nature is peace. We say peace not because it is peaceful. As you rest in awareness, notice that its nature is peace. The nature of something is that which is essential to it. Awareness does not become peaceful at some point in time and then less peaceful at other point. No. Awareness's nature is peace. It is peace as it does not change. It doesn't have any content for it to change. It is like the screen around a movie. If it helps, try to visualize a screen. But instead of this being a movie, the movie represents your mental images, your physical body, and the physical world, and any sensation, feeling that you experience. Just as the quality of the movie is that of change and that of flow, our thoughts, feeling, physical body, and the perceptions of the physical world are also in a state of change and flux and movement. They are not essential to us. But now, notice this screen. Visualize a kind of screen around the content of your experience. Unlike an actual screen, which is physical, this screen is made of awareness. Unlike a screen around a movie that is dead and without life, our screen of awareness is aware, is conscious, is consciousness itself, is awareness itself. So just as you remain in awareness, notice that the qualities of that which awareness experiences is that of change. But the quality of awareness is that of emptiness. From the river of emptiness flows peace, joy, love. Joy is like the gladness of being. Joy is the recognition of our being combined with gladness, with our feeling being in alignment with our recognition of the nature of awareness, that's peace. The gladness that arises out of this recognition gives one joy, and just remain in awareness. Just remain in awareness as you are that. Sat Nam, I am that. I am truth. The sacred name I am is a portal to our being, our aware being. So just as you remain in awareness, let the portal of I am shine like the sun in your heart. Let that I am vibrate in your being as you remain in awareness. The only name worthy of ourself is I am, the pure, naked awareness. If your mind wanders to your problems, to your thoughts, to what you should do next, just come back to your home. Come back to where you belong. Come back to yourself. Returning is not an act of returning. Returning is an act of remaining in the I am. So remain in the I am and remain in awareness. Now, stage 3, notice that the awareness that you are, the emptiness that we described, the awareness whose nature is peace. Just notice in your experience that awareness doesn't appear in any specific location. When we become aware of awareness, we don't find awareness to be localized or local in any particular place. We don't find awareness in the body. We don't similarly find awareness in the physical world, because it is I as awareness that is aware of the physical body, not the physical body ever of awareness. It is I awareness aware of the physical body. It is I awareness aware of the physical world. Unlike our physical bodies and the physical world, awareness does not have a location, a specific spot. Rather, it is the subject of experience. It is in the background, as an analogy. It is not really in the background. It is, in fact, in the background and filled within all of our experience. Notice that awareness does not appear in any specific place. Notice that awareness is everywhere. It is not even everywhere because there is no where, no place for it to be, no physical space. Similarly, awareness, as you experience right now, as you're aware, as you remain in awareness, try to find a boundary to awareness. A boundary is like the edges of something. For example, a table has edges or boundary. Our bodies have edges and boundaries. But when we look for a boundary or an edge to awareness, we find nothing there. Our experience of awareness is that of boundlessness, a boundless field of awareness without an edge or a boundary. It is thus said to be infinite, not finite. The two qualities of awareness, one that it doesn't change, and the other that it does not have a boundary, takes us to the nature of awareness as infinite, as not localized in the body or in physical space. This boundless field of awareness is not even in the physical world. It is prior to the physical world, just as when you notice and become aware of your experience, awareness is prior to the physical world. The infinite is prior to the finite. And when something is infinite, it is not in your body. Try to really notice that awareness is not something in your body. It is something universal. It is not a property or an attribute of your body. Awareness does not belong to your body. Your body, your mind belongs to awareness. If awareness is infinite and boundless, it is not something limited to me. It is rather the whole universe, the entire cosmos, the entire existence is in the I am, in the aware being. As such, the nature of awareness is oneness, not separation. We do not have separate consciousnesses. There is only one infinite, indivisible, open awareness. Open because it is open to all experience. Infinite because it doesn't have a boundary or an edge. When we ponder upon the nature of awareness as the oneness of being, we experience that as love. Love is simply the recognition and the full expression of the understanding that we share the same being. There is no distance between I and you. And because the I that I am is the same I that you are. When we go into the nature of consciousness, of awareness, and become aware of our being, we simply find the I am. And my I am and your I am are not two separate I ams. They're one whole, one indivisible being. And thus, as you remain in awareness, feel that your nature is peace, your nature is joy, and your nature is love. Thank you for everybody for tuning in and listening to the On The Verge podcast. I have been Ali-Reza Omidvar. Again, if you like to support our podcast, go to Spotify in the About section and find our Patreon, patreon.com/ontheverge_Oxford. Thank you for listening.